Layla. Welcome to Raid Lore Stories. So today we're going to be checking out the story for Wight King Narses. We just had read the story for Queen, right? So make sure you guys check the other videos as well. This is going to be her partner as they are the Valentine's Day couple for 2024. He did have a part in her story. So let's see, how Ankara is in Narses' story as well too. So let's check it out. Long ago in the far east of Anhel, there stood a human kingdom known as the Realm of Vald. Its monarchs had ruled well for many generations, building the prosperity of their lands upon trade received from Peltas across the choppy waters of what was then the Antos Strait. Vald's last king, Narses, inherited the throne as a youth, but showed wisdom and leadership beyond his years. He resolved a number of border disputes that had long loomed over the kingdom and renegotiated several deals with consortiums of foreign merchants, leading to a trade boom. He also won a great victory at the Battle of Greenfield, repelling an Orc invasion that was threatening not only Vald, but neighboring territories. It seemed that Narses' reign would be long and prosperous, but all ended with the coming of the Dragonkin Empire. Emissaries delivered a stark ultimatum to the human monarch: give up the throne and accept annexation or face annihilation. The response Narses gave was unequivocal. He had the Empire's messengers executed and the Vald host mustered for war. What followed was 3 years of conflict, where the armies of Vald drove back the Dragonkin invaders at every turn. Narses led in everything from the midst of the melee to the continued organization of fresh supplies and the training of new soldiers. Having been unsuccessful, the Dragonkin Empire's leaders changed tactics. Instead of trying to take Vald by force, a new emissary was dispatched, a human woman named Ankara, whose family had once ruled Amaria. It was a land in western Peltas on the coast of the Antos Strait that had been a client seat of the Dragonkin for several generations. Narses expected to reject whatever proposal Ankara brought from the Dragonkin, well aware that they were attempting to use the noblewoman to manipulate him. But thoughts of putting up a willful defense of skillful diplomacy and tough negotiations fled when he first met her. Ankara was intelligent and beautiful and shared so many of his own values, namely a belief in treating subjects based on their merit rather than social station, devotion to the rule of law, and belief in autonomy and independence. Concerns that he was being tricked fell away as the pair plotted an outcome that would not only allow the kingdom of Vald to endure in some form, but also pave the way for their marriage. The terms Ankara eventually took to the Dragonkin seemingly met both the Empire's needs and that of the new couple. Though Vald acknowledged the Dragonkin's authority, Narses would remain its ruler, and Ankara would be restored to the rulership of Amaria. They would govern with some autonomy, but in the name of the Dragonkin Empire. The Dragonkin accepted, installing Narses and Ankara as the first human suzerains in the empire. The Antos Strait was renamed the Valdemar Strait, with the suzeranity's capital established in the island of Zetros in the strait's center. A new era of peace and union beckoned. Narses and Ankara ruled their joint realms for decades, their fierce love for one another unwavering. They swore that even death would part them, spilling their blood together into a magical amulet that, once it had been fully enchanted, they believed, would bind their souls in the afterlife. As they neared the end of their lives, they took poison and perished in each other's arms. Many centuries passed. The Dragonkin Empire collapsed amid fire and blood, and Zetros slowly fell into ruin. The great tomb of Narses and Ankara was buried in a landslide, and the memory of the mighty joint suzerainty of Valdemar faded. Still, though, stories of the bold and defiant royal lovers persisted, enough to draw a dark expectation to Zetra. It was Mother Cybele who unearthed the remains of the old tomb and ignited the magic of the amulet Ankara still clutched in her bony grip. Narses and his wife stirred to unlife, their partially mummified bodies heavy with dust, their funerary regalia and armor tarnished. The confusion shrouded their sluggish thoughts was assuaged by the Night Revenant. Cybele explained the nature of undeath to them and brought them before her master, Cleth. The ruler of the Night Revenant welcomed the couple, felt in them not only as great monarchs, but as the most devoted lovers in Altalaria. He promised to aid them in reclaiming their former realm and rebuilding Zetra. In exchange, all he sought were tales of their past, especially accounts of the Dragonkin Empire. He hoped to glean long-lost arcane knowledge from them, weapons that may give him an edge in his endless plotting and scheme. When it did, if all went as planned, the host of the Night Revenant would include among their ranks the great union of Valdemar Reborn, Narses, and his eternal lover, Ankara. Okay, guys, that is the lore story for Wight King Narses. So very similar to Anchor's story is, I feel like they did a really good job kind of intertwining the stories together for the two of them. I'd like to know, what do you guys think for basically, them as being like the Valentine's Day couple? Do you guys like their lore story? Drop me some comments down below, and thanks for watching.